as a result.
Harry, the series was always spicy, but yeah, it certainly had a little element of paprika smidgened over the top, and I can't wait for these AWPs.
Is paprika your idea of spice?
I don't know, mate. I'm not a cook. I'm just naming whatever comes to my head, Harry.
It's like, yeah, no, it's a bit spicy. I like that.
All right, don't flex your tongue and your cheeks and your ability to bear hot temperatures. Let's just talk about Counter-Strike instead. Into the pistol round, Harry. Map number 2 here, OpTic. They are up against a 0-2, looking to try and pull things back on their map pick, but Betway, they certainly don't think that's looking likely. However, Nico, never question him, hitting the headshot down Ivy. Quez as well, similar story. mousesports just going to bound into this A site. They know it's going to have a weak defense because of how many players push down Ivy, but it doesn't matter how weak the defense is. Config is still going to obliterate any players on this site, and yeah, Nico is just keeping on what he's doing. It's just an absolute stomp, Harry, frankly. Nothing else to be said. No,
yeah, I could see you fishing for any hope of like something to focus on.
Because I was like,
something to look at.
They were supposed to run into A and maybe get a bomb plot, but no, they got shot. They got tapped.
Yeah, I really admire the courage on Frozen to take that long-range duel to Ivy, right? Like, you know, you drop 37, 13, actually, I bet even more, but you drop almost 40 kills in the game before. You know, you're going to be feeling confident. Yeah, obviously he doesn't win it, so yeah, it's not great. Misplaced confidence, perhaps. But an investment here from mousesports nonetheless. And they've got players in main. They haven't been quick into pop dog. So Config is already here. You can see Rops waiting above it. Doesn't have a teammate to throw a flash in or anything along those lines. Instead, he's hoping that the players out from main can pull Config's attention away. And actually, he's been picked up by Frozen. Beg my pardon. MSL. At least dealing with that pesky Carrigan as he tries to infiltrate the back line of OpTic. Chris J makes his presence known over here in Ivy, and that's enough for them to drop the Molotov and have him run for the hills. But Bomb picked up 3v3. This is not a done deal, and it's been made that much worse. Rops is patient as ever.
Look at this wrap, though. Quez is coming all the way in from Ivy. This won't matter for a bit of time. mousesports should be able to get a plant, but if Tessus can keep them contained, then this flank could certainly win the round for OpTic, despite the disadvantage. Chris up close, and this is not a position he wants to be in with the scout if he's getting flanked, but pistol's out, and he is just a second ahead of Quez. Great read, and now mousesports surely ready to close out this round. Tessus can do nothing but walk through the smoke. No reason to save, and mousesports will win that force buy.
Yeah, you know, Quez's flank, it's kind of on a bit of a timer. The problem with that, right, is that just every second that passes, you know you haven't been watching Ivy, and there's no one in A. Like, they've just given you the A bomb site. You know, Carrigan isn't sat there thinking, well, this is very lucky, isn't it? You know, they were very much ready for that push back in from main. You saw, as you say, Hugo, Chris J just one step ahead. And this round, now they're looking to try and shut down the force of OpTic. They made quick work of Config. MSL does what he can with the scout, and that will be a response, at least in onto Carrigan. He's just getting shut down. These scouts not able to get much done. Rops landed some nice shots there. 3 kills for him in that second round. Sorry, into the anti-eco in round 3. So now there's no money for OpTic. This is Mao's getting off to that nice little 3-1 start. And, you know, we say it a lot, but I'm going to say it again. It's always nicer if you can, but obviously you can't guarantee this. If you can win that second round force, it's great because you look at how much money's being saved on OpTic here. They're going to be lacking a little bit in this next round. They're going to have to make a couple of decisions here and there. Do we want the utility or do we want to just focus on the firepower? You might even have to see a couple of players picking up scouts, picking up SMGs, maybe a shotgun for Pop Dog.
Yeah, these are the fights Woxic wants every day of the week. Do not give them to him.
He's thinking, when you guys had USPs, yeah, you won this. But now, now the shoe is on the other foot.
Smoke's not really going to do Quest any favors. It lets him get closer at least and run through. Try and chase Woxic down. Oh, there's a kill at least. But, I mean, Woxic doesn't care. He's happy buying the AWP next round, and that's exactly what he'll do, I imagine. Quez, any money you can make off this $600 kill reward weapon would be nice. Rops. Ooh, close, but no cigar. It's going to be that 3-1, Harry, like you say. OpTic coming in with a buy, though, and yeah, no, you're right. It's going to have things lacking here. Not only that, but mousesports 3-1 up, and OpTic only coming in with their first buy. That is the negative of winning pistol and losing the follow-up. But as you say, never can plan for that. Really, it's just a stroke of luck for mousesports. Well, bit of brilliance, bit of skill. I don't want to attribute it all to luck. No kits, no AWP, and limited incendiaries here for OpTic. OpTic also has the AWP.
And this is where OpTic is going to be feeling very good, right? He knows he doesn't really have anyone to challenge him on the other side. There was no money for these AWPs to come out, so do be sure to keep your eye on him. Look at his spearhead this one. Carrigan leading the charge. Quez smushed as flat as he can against the wall right now. Ooh. Like a chameleon, blending in with his surroundings. They do manage to get by, and Rops is out of heaven. Not without some damage being done, however, and Frozen, the man who was with him, actually gets dinked in that spray. Carrigan's got to do a hell of a lot here. He tries to activate, but he just can't get that timing. I think he anticipated that Nico had seen him. Oh, jeez.
Yikes, dog. That's a grenade that did not go the way he wanted it to. Love to know how that happened, really, but yeah. Now it's just Chris clutching it out. MSL, ooh, sleeping at the wheel. Chris is going to get away with that kill, and he could actually dive back into A if he catches the timing. If he doesn't get wrapped from Quez, and he won't. Quez will be able to come old bomb side, but Chris, a chance to win this round on that A site. The smoke is good. No spam. Quez doesn't want to give away his position. He'd rather get closer, and Chris has read this so damn well. Harry, he closed out last map with a 1-on-3. He's about to start this one with a similar story. Can Config stop him?
Yeah, it's Clash of the Titans at the A-bomb site. Bomb down, and it is planted for old bomb. That's Chris J getting into position over here in Ivy. He can keep an eye on that. Config dropping a smoke on the bomb. Doesn't have a kit, important to bear in mind, so he can't really afford to stick this. And Chris J, the 1v3 again from the clutches of defeat. He snatches it up. OpTic, they thought they had that round dead to rights. Chris J, the clutch king of mousesports, coming in hot once again.
Oh, no. Oh, dear. That's hilarious.
I actually just missed it. I'm kind of devastated.
So he ran down ramp and he tried to just hit his jump throw bind, like jump throw the nade over the gray train.
I'm already feeling what happened.
But
here.
it hit the top of the gray train and rebounded behind him. It was like just like on the move, not for anything specific, just trying to throw it towards upper. That would have landed like in the spools. Definitely came to regret that. Luckily, doesn't lose mousesports the round. So pistols here for OpTic. One smoke on Tesses. That is on Ivy, though, so he can use that to delay. Oh, sorry, he's close B, rather. He has been playing Ivy in some of these rounds. Now it's been Quez. New boy on the block. Here with the CZ. Oh, that's a dink through the wall. Bomb dropped in the open. It's come flying forward. OpTic can start to surround that package, but Frozen is picking up kills in main in the meantime. Rops will join him. MSL's pushed up, but he won't get much out of it. And only Tessus and Nico. That bomb is a long-forgotten memory. They do not care about that anymore. They just want to stay alive, get some kills. And Rops has just gotten very lucky.
Oh, Tessus. That's very unfortunate for him. Come on then, Nico. Your deagle is imbued with Danish magic. I still have faith. I didn't have faith in Nico before, and I don't now, really, truthfully.
Wow. Harsh words.
But it's if any man can make some magic happen, it's him. However, he's over at B, and the bomb is on A. So it's not happening today, sadly. No deagle antics from Nico. mousesports not leaving anything up to chance. They do not want to let him get away with any of this dodgy little round-ending smoke plays like last time. And he won't. How unfair of Mouse to not even give this man the chance. 5-1. This T side looking ferocious from the Mouse squad. keeping that steam going from the round, from the game prior.
Oh, not even a kill on the exit either. That's a tough way to go down, but mousesports really looking like a dominant force right now on train. OpTic, no responses on the CT side. But they will have money, Harry, and that's been something lacking all game. Remember, you know, this may be a dominant scoreline, but the context of how mousesports got here, they've only beat one rifle round. One rifle round, and that was a rifle round with no kit that they config lost in a one-on-one where he just, had no kit, couldn't stick the bomb, and no AWP, no incendiary. So, you know, this is actually the first real buy from OpTic, the first AWP, and it's at 6 rounds deep. Certainly not a pretty picture. But let's see if they can make it work. MSL's on that AWP. It's up on A, though. Only one player down on this inside site. That's Tess's. Nice to see Nico not being put inside that B site alone. That was a position when he joined OpTic initially. He was constantly having to play. Never a fun spot, especially not for one of your stars. And I would consider Nico to be one of the stars of this team. Luckily, he's able to give a little more room to maneuver. Rob spots a player down in pop. MSL has already opened up with the AWP. They're trying to get rid of config here, and this molly should do it.
Yeah, he smokes it off. He tries to leave, tries to exit, and in doing so, it's into the more than capable arms of Chris J. Not exactly a warm, loving embrace from this man. Creeping now. The cold hug of death that is Chris J. However, look at Nico. Look at him go. He's behind enemy lines. This is a bit of chaos here. Chris J is not able to win his fight down in Ivy. This was looking very good for Maus, and Nico stripped a lot of that away from them. That said, the kill's coming in, and it's Robson Frozen. This dynamic duo, once again, making every round look more than doable, and it's Tess as a man, yet to get a kill to his name, left in this clutch. Up against the two heavyweights of mousesports, it's just his demise. I don't know how you play against that. These two sat on the end, they might look young, they might look quiet, but in the server, they are loud as ever. What a performance they're having.
Yeah, I bet, mousesports are more than happy with that right now, right? We had some, players having rough performances, like Carrigan was struggling to even get 10 kills on the board in that previous map, but, being hard carried, at least in the fragging department, by Frozen and Robs, and that has continued. 12-2 for Robs, that's just obscene. And more pistols for OpTic. It really has felt like OpTic just haven't had a chance to have these rifle rounds, and Woxic won't even give them the pistol rounds either, getting 2 picks with the AWP. Nico has pushed, but Frozen is holding for it. Oh, he looks away, but Nico! What a shot! Woxic's still here to get the trade, so ultimately won't make too much difference, but slight damage being done with these deagles from OpTic. Will it turn into a round? It will really have to come down to Tessis unless Quez can do something with this D. Not going to be able to. It's that Krieg picked up from B, but they know where he is, and they should be able to get this plant down on A.
Yeah, I mean, Tess says he doesn't really have a choice other than to just hold on to the Krieg. And that's pretty grim compensation for another round tallied up against them. Woxic not missing a beat. They just kept feeding the beast over in main. That's the problem with beasts or blackmailers. You can't give them what they want. They're not going to go away, right? You keep feeding him, and he's just hungry for more and more. 3 kills now, and he's building up some confidence, which is good, because after Vertigo, he was the one kind of shakier prospect heading into this map. Strong AWP can make or break train, and if Woxic, he was showing some signs of struggle. He hit nice shots in the beginning, but it did slow down a hell of a lot. It's pretty pivotal to mousesports that he is building this confidence up early. Obviously helped out greatly by Rops and Frozen having games of a lifetime.
I think Carrigan died to the bomb there as well. Unfortunate, but still 2 survive for mousesports. See Cass just trying to keep the team calm right now. It's probably the best bet. This is gonna feel pretty rough to be in the server if you're an OpTic player. Can't let your head fall out of the game just yet. I love these coach cams we have. That's cool.
Yeah, no, me too. And I like it. You see the difference in everything, like posture, how they act, how they kind of interact with the team. You have like daddy coaches who kind of just rouse everyone up, you know, make sure everyone's on good terms. You got ones that are very involved, very passionate. You know, you see like Yanko, for example.
What kind of coach would you be?
Just a hype coach. What else could I be?
Yeah, true.
Right, guys, so what I think we should do, right, these A plays, brilliant, by the way. But not what Config's just onto you there. That's not good, lads. That would be my contribution.
It's rush casting.
Yeah, that's rush. Oh, Config on a tear. OpTic there to put him to bed. That's given them an avenue. Chris J and OpTic fighting their way back into this round. Config tried so desperately to claw away from them. And this has just been the story time and time again for OpTic. No matter how close they get it, no matter how many kills they have someone get, there's just been a dynamic duo, no matter who's even in the clutch there to see it through for mousesports. This time, Chris J and OpTic looking good. It's Nico on the back foot. This round that Config works so hard to build up might now elude them, and it falls onto Nico's shoulders to finish off Config's legacy.
mousesports not in a rush, though. Rather work out where he is, but they will eventually run out of time. Molly on the bomb train, good decision. Make sure that everything is clear. No more smokes after that one goes down to the connector. Chris is going to get the plant in. Nico, he's found a gap. He's found a move to make. Won't be able to spot Chris cross back. OpTic also has a molly. There are set mollies you can throw from PopDog that will land on the bomb train, and they might be needed because Nico, he's got a Molotov of his own. OpTic's already out, though, in the E-box, and he'll save the day. That could have been it. Nico mollied off PopDog, and he just got on the bomb there. He might have won the round, but OpTic gets out just a second before it blooms. And Harry, you said it, despite Config's best efforts with these impeccable kills towards Pop, he is not going to be able to get another round on OpTic's board. 8-1. It does not get more rough than this. I mean, 8-0, sure, but there's not much between that.
That's what this would have been. It was just the pistol round that OpTic have picked up, right? So it's not great when you take that into account. It's not great anyway.
No, there's no context you can add, Harry, that makes this look good for OpTic.
And I do think, you know, Tessa's maybe struggling a bit now. They've even kind of swapped him around from B a couple of times in these last few rounds, try and get him into the action a bit more. Because you do feel like for him, right, one of the young guns in this team, one of two alongside Quez, you don't just want him kind of sat, vegetated away in that B site, never really seeing any action, always being on the retakes, because you just can't get your head in the game. And so now they've tried to warm him up to the action. They tried to show him what this A site has in store, and he goes there, and he doesn't like what he sees. He's not a fan.
Just every fight, mousesports are just not missing a beat. Headshots all around the map. MSL getting drive-by by Chris J. Nico's in the site, but that smoke behind him is about to fade, and he is back and back to Carrigan. Bomb dropped, that's something, but Carrigan knows exactly where he is. There's a bit of knowledge for Nico, but nowhere to hide, nowhere to run, Harry, and that will be mousesports locking in 9. All too good right now for this team. And considering, man, how defeated this team looked at one point back on Vertigo, they got 6 rounds in their first half. That was fine. And then they started just getting bullied by OpTic. And mousesports managed to pull it all the way back, winning it in overtime, 19-15. So, you know, this series is completely flipped on its head. At one point, OpTic looked so in control, and now they're 9-1 down on their map pick.
Oh, it goes from bad to worse in this round. Chris J, double AWP T-side. You'll never see this. Well, actually, you'll see it.
We are.
And we're seeing it right now. It's working. Man down early.
It's fairly rare, but like a lot of the time, OpTic are just walking into their crosshairs. mousesports are holding angles and getting kills. A lot of that being with the pistols, but you know, OpTic are trying to be proactive. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And adding another AWP only adds your ability to just hold and wait for the push.
And that's exactly what Tessez has had to do in this round. He's got no choice but to hear the scurry of footsteps around him. He's desperately looking for some space. And the one that he finds, is not a safe space indeed. Rops is there, puts one between his eyes, and it's a 3v4. If you're OpTic, you got to save, and that's just a nasty call to have to make.
Yeah.
This, for all intents and purposes, this isn't even like the worst retake you would have had to have headed into. A 3v4, you've got everything you need. But they're being realistic, it feels like, and just saying, you know, I don't think that we can get this done. It makes more sense for us to just hold on to these rifles, give it a go again in the next round. Yeah. They can get a buy together with this, at least. I'd love to just see a bit more utility over towards main from OpTic. It does feel like Mouse, they've been so free to take those main peaks. You know, OpTic to kind of kickstart this game. He gets that triple kill from main, of players just peeking into him. Chris J there playing off of Spawn to find the opener onto MSL. I'd love to see, you know, MSL maybe just kind of give them a bit more space. You know, not try and beat them in the head-to-head duels to kickstart the round. But it's two swords, isn't it? You know, like you don't want to be giving real estate. You don't want to be giving stuff up. Every decision has so much weighting behind it. There is lots of utility here for OpTic, and already you can just see that barrage of nades go into main. That's at least stopped an early peak. Hot in with a peak of his own. MSL, okay, maybe not falling back. Maybe we needed this man to lead the charge because he's doubled up, proving that I know nothing. MSL looking good, hungry for a little bit more. There's players making their way out now, and Chris J delivers some hope for mousesports in this round. It's only Rops left up, 1v3. Not impossible, but not easy either. This guy's been lights out all day long. If anyone could get it done, I've got faith that it's Rops.
It would be a huge mistake if OpTic gave up this round. Tesses is making sure that Rops does not come B-side, and luckily Quez is watching for this angle. Rops cannot wrap safely. Here we go, timing. Oh, he's spotted an arm. Does it go both ways? Quez hasn't seen him. Rops, oh, he checks behind him and couldn't get a crosshair back in point. OpTic are going to find their second round. That's something. Their first round since the pistol at the beginning of the map, Harry. And it's off the back of MSL getting aggressive as well, just taking matters into his own hands, finding two opening picks. OpTic misses a shot with the AWP that could have made that round mousesports. Not to bash on him, he's been playing absolutely fine. mousesports still 10-2 up on the T side of Train. I don't think anyone is nervous right now on this mousesports roster. But if they can get it done 13-2 and not give OpTic any room back into this map, that's how they want to take it. That molly. And MSL, where has that come from? Getting flashed aggressively on B, and Rops is just waiting for it, already past that smoke. A man advantage taken here for the side of mousesports once again.
Oh, config. Reclaiming the man advantage, putting us into this 4-on-4 at the very least. Rops has gained a lot of ground over here at B. Do be sure to bear that in the back of your mind. He's retrieved the AWP even, so he's looking to go toe-to-toe with them there. That's a fight on another front, though. We'll focus on Chris J out from Ivy. He gets bested. And now the bomb on the back of OpTic, still floating in over at main. They try and send Carrigan in just to probe, just to push and prod at this A bomb site that much more. And that's to his demise. Rops going to fall away from B now. Still seeming set on the A play here at mousesports. They're just waiting for something to give. Oh, and that could have been it. That could have been the kill to kickstart this for mousesports. Doesn't come through, but they will be pushing in regardless.
Time going to be a limiting factor here for this T side. That molly. He's cutting 1 point of rotation off for Quez. He can't wrap Olaf, but he has no interest in moving. Just got to deal with these two players out through T-Con. Rops is dead, unscoped AUG. Finding success here for Nico. OpTic 1-on-3, no time for this. He's got to get this kill on the site immediately or there's no way the bomb's going down. And Nico is just playing, toying with his food. OpTic will get this plant in. Quez is not going to be able to stop him. He's on the other side and he's trying to remain silent. OpTic spotted jumping. Tessis knows it, missed no scope. OpTic needs this kill here to get control and he won't be able to do so. Tries his hand with a couple of lucky no-scopes, and luck does not land on his side. So another round for OpTic. They are salvaging something here, Harry. It's a sigh of relief. It's a breath of fresh air as the Danes find 3.
Yeah, they're finally starting to remember what it means to chain together rounds. They're remembering that sweet taste of victory. Tactical pause for mousesports, and actually getting involved once again. Lots of hands as he's giving this speech, this rousing speech to the squad.
I would love to know what you're saying at a 10-3 scoreline on T-side train. I'd love to know what could, what he feels could be improved on. Right now for Mouse, not a lot's going wrong. A couple of rounds in a row.
Not a lot's going wrong, but I feel like, the job now for Edge in there is just to make sure that they don't kind of, feel that this is a game that's already won. You want everyone to still be on the same page, right? You've lost a couple of rounds now. And you don't want this to be one of those games that you look back on it and you think, if we just kept a level head in that first half and just kept that momentum up, right? If we hadn't given them those couple of rounds on our T half, then that would have been our game. And those can be the most hard, sometimes the easiest games to win are the hardest games to win.
Wow, that's deep.
I know, that is deep.
I gotta go through this.
I've been working on my nonsensical quotes, actually, and as has... Actually, I was going to say as is Chris J, but I mean, it's trade's going either way over towards Ivy.
3-on-3, though. OpTic, will they decide to get aggressive to mitigate some of these lost players, regain some information? Do they want to take the risk that could be throwing away an advantage, or throwing away equal manpower, rather? Rops is tagged as well. MSL's got the AWP. Woxic's gone, though, so no counter AWP for the mousesports side. They're going to walk into B. Tessus is here alone, but he's playing retake, just spotting on the back of that train. Playing the ladder. Very, very hard to hit someone here. He's just going to be playing for information. He has a nade and a Molotov for the bomb. That could come through later. Smoke going down the ramp. That's going to land in that little gap. I like that smoke. Tess is using his utility to try and cut off Frozen, but the bomb came from upper, and Rops has pushed up very close. Karrigan planting. Rops doesn't hear him. Tessus gets to round the back line, and Frozen, he's still on the ramp. He can fight with a gap in the smoke towards Connected, cutting off a rotation, but he doesn't know Tessus has moved on through. Karrigan now, the clutch king, the in-game leader in a 1-on-2.
Tessus has been dying for his chance at the action over here at B. He's finally had something to say about this. And for Karrigan there, the timing could not be worse. He holds for that all round long. The moment he looks away, the peak comes in.
It's a classic.
Tessus doing a good job of at least remaining resilient, and now hopefully getting his head in the game a little bit more, as he does deliver 2 massive kills there in that retake. Really kind of shaping things together for OpTic to allow them that 4th round. This is it. Last round of the half. mousesports AWP in the hands of Woxic. They've had money all half long on the back of that huge lead from the beginning. But this is it. I mean, OpTic, they were 10-1 down at one point in time, like there's only so good you can have a comeback be in the first half, and they've almost nailed it. They've almost knocked it out the park.
Ooh. Everyone's blind. And Config, can't see a thing, but he can get a kill. Blank bullets. Woxic trading through E-Box there, and Karrigan's moved up very deep in the yard, but Nico still has his sight set on the sandwich. Woxic's dropped as well. OpTic finding some relief here at the end of the half, and this could be everything moving forward. 2 more kills. Rops going wide, and that's a nice frag, but he can't get any more. Double peaked, leaving Frozen alone, and now got to deal with that pop dog flank as well. MSL's come in from the B site. So Frozen's going to get shot from the sidelines, and OpTic will lock in 5 rounds. That's 4 at the end of the half for them. That was 10-1 up for mousesports. A bit of a recovery from OpTic, but it is still a lopsided half. mousesports only have 6 rounds to get if they want to close out this map and this series. Will they? You'll have to find out. Join us after the break to see the end of a train.
what I'm watching. From Paris to Poppy, yeah. With this music was lurking, now I'm attacking. Now with the chatting, I just step up and make it happen. It's a lifestyle. Living young and restless, yeah, we quite wild. If I want it, I'ma get it talking right now. And I ain't got no regrets, it's my time now. Lights out when you see us talking moves. You don't know that's the topic. And if you talking juice, well then we know I got it. Nobody got it like you know.
$10-5 at the half. mousesports, they were looking picture perfect. They were 10-1 up at one point in time. And then we were able to see OpTic complete their own miniature comeback there in the first half, salvaging the final 4 to make this at least doable here heading into the second. They're now moving into the T side. Nico, Quez, donning the utility here in this round. Double Molotov, interesting. That seems like a B play. You want to maybe keep these for the after plant. That said, maybe not. What do I know? Smoke getting thrown in toward the A site. There are players over here at B making their presence known, flashing in, trying to overwhelm Chris J.
Oh, come on. Not like this. Not like this.
Oh, that's got to hurt. Chris J does get rid of Tessa as they try and throw Frozen up into the boost. And he sees Config, but Config sees him too. And those are not the eyes you want looking back at you. Config doubling up now. And Nico arriving in from his fallen comrade's position, flanking in. But Chris J, I was going to say one step ahead. He's had his fair share of misses at the pistol now as well. Rop's trying to deal with Nico. Will tap down the first man, but that is it for him. OpTic, they get the pistol. This is now 5 rounds in a row here. Considering it was a 10-1 scoreline, getting the pistol, now going 6-10. This...
But what are you talking about? Pistols aren't RNG, Harry. Don't be silly. They're skilled weapons. No, they are. But they do have RNG, and Tessus finds that out the hard way. That's a rough pistol. OpTic actually calling a tactical pause after winning it, interestingly enough. Making sure they don't get ecoed. Remember, that did happen back in the first half. OpTic rather, 1 pistol. mousesports 4 sport. They won the second round, and then they won every single round for another 10 or so. So, yeah, important that OpTic don't throw away round number 2 here of the second half. mousesports, with the lead, certainly going to be tempted to force, and I would love to see that, especially on the CT side. See how it goes for them. Yeah, pistols and armor. Wox on the scout. That's good news for me. And lots of rifles for OpTic. They are aware of the possibility of a heavy buy here, and they don't want to give any chances away. Oh, nice nade. Better shot.
Nice dig. Oh, really nice dig. Frozen spicing this round up, and now Chris J is coming as well. Yeah, OpTic, I think it's back to the drawing board on this one. It's not panned out how they wanted. Quez is trying to recover this round. He's trying to right the ship, get it back on course. Rops, he's heard that bomb. God, Quez, you just can't catch a break. 29 points of health, and he's kind of got to bow out now.
mousesports know where they both are. As you said, Rob's heard that player with the bomb leaving through T-spawn, and now Quez has been tagged to the scout, so Robs is looking for that kill, but Quez is holding in main. He thought he bailed and went to B. Not going to be the case. Config's also wrap CT. This is a really good situation for OpTic, given the fact that they, you know, initially were down 2 players at the start of the round. Config, he should have the drop on Woxic here. And, oh, missed shot. He gets the kill, but he's down to 3. If that loses them the round because of the health, that would be horrible. Carrigan, he only needs to hit 2 bullets here. 2 bullets, and it's a mousesports round.
Carrigan, big brain on his shoulders. He's trying to deduce with all the clues he can find. He's looking at footprints, he's looking at shell casings, studying trajectories, trying to figure out where these guys have gone. And there's the first deleted. Carrigan, 1v1 at Quez. He needs to complete the 4K if he wants to pick this round up. The stand-in now has to stand up, and Carrigan shuts him down. mousesports, they'll steal it away again. Happened in the first half, it happens here in the second. An 11th round for Mouse. And look at these Deegs. First one, you think it can't get better than that? And then it does, almost immediately.
Yeah, really nice try from Quez and Config, right? But, you know, Config, you know, missing that spray onto Woxic and getting tagged, that makes all the difference. Carrigan hit 1 shot on him and killed him. If you know, Woxic, if Config was full HP, that shot would have only tagged him. So, you know, little details like that make all the difference, and OpTic have got to be kicking themselves, frankly. Flash into Pop Dog. Tess is going down. Chris dodges it, and it's a double setup here from mousesports. They have no problem taking that kill. Config does get a dink, but he's so low, and he's trapped in Olaf as well. What a shot. Staying alive with a Deagle. Surely he won't get much further. Quez gets a kill in the meantime, though. That will release some pressure for Config, but Chris climbing up and above, dropping down some death, and another one at that. He's even got Rops wrapping through the spawn to help him out. He does not need to force his fight. Rops has got it instead, and MSL, he's not going far. mousesports, 12-6, 4 rounds away from a win.
And yeah, now you've just kind of got to stew in that if you're OpTic. You don't have anything in this one, so this should be a 13th. Horrid situation to have to be in, to just watch mousesports' score counter tally up higher and higher. And you've just got to sit this one out. OpTic likely just going to go for the B play here, right? You can try and get that bomb down. It's a pretty good site for it. Rops. Oh, he's hungry. He's heard there might be some Danish pastries up here that he might be allowed to feast on, and oh my lord.
Don't give him the ace.
They don't give him the ace. Like Chris J would ever give the man the ace. That's still the round going the way of Mouse. They keep it nice and clean. Rops, cool head on his shoulders. Now we get to see that bite from OpTic. I imagine with all the bells and whistles they should like. I didn't catch if MSL saved for the AWP. I think that's on Quez's shoulders right now. You saw him taking a little bit longer to purchase there, $4,750. He goes for the Galil full utility. I'd favor one less flash for an AK. But I like the commitment to utility in this round. Flashes into the A site to try and allow these AKs, these rifles, to close the gap, get up close. Woxic, he hears these footsteps, he knows they're nearby, and he will cancel out the first man. Not the second, however, but he's got teammates nearby to help. Kills going left and right, but it's still mousesports sat in the advantage, and it's Carrigan's position that should make this round impossible for OpTic.
Yeah, it's a bomb drop. Nico's mollied him off, but he's also mollied off his own package, and Rops just has the angle at range. mousesports closing out yet another round, and it does sort of feel like this one's done, Harry. It really does. No money for OpTic, up against 14. A huge comeback to Mount, winning both pistols, losing both anti-ecos. mousesports have got to feel relieved considering, you know, they won that Vertigo game. So this is just the 2-0. If they get these next couple of rounds, they don't have to take it to Dust 2. What have OpTic got left in the tank? A half buy at 14.6, saving some money, wanting a rifle round at least. Config bursting out through with the flashbang. It's good, and Frozen's dead. Config just will not go down without a fight, but Chris will not let him get much further. That's a triple kill, and that's another round for mousesports. Believe it or not, you should believe it. They've got a hell of a lot of rounds, Harry.
Yeah, I mean, last chance saloon now for OpTic. mousesports, smiles all across their faces. Maybe not on Regis, but they pay him more money to look stern when he's behind them. So, yeah, he's got he's making sure everyone's in check. Everyone else smiley as ever. And one more round is all that separates mousesports from taking a convincing 2-0, at least here on the Realms of Train. Vertigo was a lot more dicey. Here's the buy, though, from OpTic. AWP on MSL, rifles for everyone else. It's what they want. It's what they've been looking for since getting into this T side. I'm going to try and run boost MSL across. 2 players here to contend with it. It's 2 AWPs, OpTic and Carrigan. Oh, that's the bomb as well. Out in the open. That is like the MSL in his dying breath has done everything he can to screw OpTic over, it feels like. Just throwing the bomb. But that's an opportunity now. You deal with Rops over at B, a massive scout to find. He's such a good B site anchor. So the fact that you've dropped him, not just because he's having a great game, but also because you know his tendencies, you know he's playing over at B, you know he's normally the man there alone. So you force some rotations away from A at the very least. And this is going to give OpTic a bit of a window of opportunity here to work with in this round.
Oh, Chris gets flashed in. I think Nico heard that flash. He should know there's a player moving, but his gun was not out in time. Tessez able to get the quick trade, keeping it in a 3-on-3. That smoke will keep mousesports guessing whether OpTic are actually out on the site. They throw a molly. Tessez is in front of it, though. He's taken B. Woxic, oh, he wants to cut off this bomb, and he certainly might be able to. Waiting in the smoke with a pistol. Quez taking his time to come down the ramp. Oh, he's so ready. Fire off a shot. Do it. Someone's got to move first, and he knew that was coming. Quez killing the AWPer. 18 seconds. That bomb should go down without a problem, though. There's no flank, and Config is holding it, even if there was. Carrigan's in the site. Tessis is pushed all the way up to connected to cut off Frozen here. This should be his kill. Oh, he looks away. That is unfortunate. And now mousesports, they're going to be riled on.
Yeah, Carrigan catches the information as a man inside of the bomb site. Now they know that Config is up on the rafters as well. They've pieced together where these players are. Time is the problem here for Mouse. They have to close this gap, and they've got to close it quick. Quez, the point man, they've got to try and deal with him. If they can flush him from the site, then there's a very good chance. Missed shot from Carrigan, but Frozen, he's on the defuse. He'll line up Config. The round goes the way of OpTic.
I feel like he had time there. You know, he knows better than me, but I feel like the second he gets that kill, if he looks back down and sticks it, I feel like he might have it.
I think he might, because you saw there was like a moment of hesitation as he picked up the AWP, like, ah. But
too late there. Once he moves. Nice try regardless. Yeah, that was a 2-on-2 retake. I definitely feel like mousesports took their time to get back into that site. After they got the kill in connector, they held up for a second, hoping for a repeat, but Config was not giving it to them from upper. And OpTic, they live to fight another day, Harry. They don't get away with any guns, though, so really scraping the bottom of the barrel for this buy. 2 Galils, 3 AKs, no AWP. And we have 3 AWPs for mousesports. You know, just the typical triple AWP setup. Everyone's favorite.
And they're both pushing couples, because, you know, like, this is every game of Counter-Strike. Yeah. And there's Woxic. Oh, and they win it somehow. I mean, the jury's out on that one. I'm lost, and I was watching it with Extra. I don't know how that goes down the way that it does. Yeah, OpTic, mate, just take a bow. You tried. It was good. It was looking great. Vertigo, great map for you guys, but Quez in this 1v5. I'm not fancying his odds whatsoever. Tempts fate with the first shot, but Chris J immediately nearby to trade. And there's the smiles we were talking about. Regin's even showing his off. They're all hyped. They're all excited. mousesports, they'll move alongside FaZe up top of the tables. Both teams sitting there